Next week, West Bloomfield High School will be putting on their final show of the school year, Matilda, the Road Doll Classic, which is turned into a musical. That will be showing from May 1st to May 3rd. It's the final show of the school year, which means the final show for some of the West Bloomfield seniors who have been giving their all to this department. Joining me now on The Splash are two of the stars of Matilda, seniors Ellena Guinn and Janay Bearden. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Glad to have you with us. Now, with this being such a big show, how do you feel about this production that stands out compared to others you've been part of in the past? Ellena, we'll start with you.
Okay. This show has been one of the biggest learning experiences I've ever had in theater, mainly because I went out of my typecast, and that is an entirely new world for me. Usually I don't play like such soft and like kind characters like Miss Honey, but doing this year has been like life-changing, and it's made me realize that when I do this in college and like in future projects, that I'm not going to be afraid to step out of my type, and I'm always going to want to do this in the future. And it's just made me more confident in myself, more confident in my craft, and it's made me want to continue my craft and just get better and better at it.
Awesome. Always love to hear that. Janay, what about you? How has this production stood out compared to others you've been a part of in the past?
I think it's definitely the community, the people that we have in this musical. It just brought us all together, and I think we're stronger in unity. And it's just been a great experience working with these new people. And most of our cast is underclassmen, and they're doing so well, and they're shining so bright. And I'm so proud of them, and to be a part of this cast as a senior and then leaving a big mark.
I'd imagine so. And I was there yesterday seeing all of the action, seeing everybody on that stage having the time of their life. I'd imagine it's the same thing behind the scenes. Can you tell us a little more about your roles in Matilda and what excites you the most about this performance?
I can take that first. I play Miss Honey, which is Matilda's kind and loving teacher, and she ends up taking her under her wing later into the show. And what excites me the most about this role is definitely the songs. I love the songs that Miss Honey gets to sing. They're just so kind and loving, and it just shows a side of the show that we don't get to see a lot, considering that Miss Trunchbull is kind of like the ruling head figure of the show. So when I get to sing these songs on stage, it's just pushing out another perspective to the audience that they get to see maybe like a couple times in the show, like in the beginning of the show, but more in the end of the show.
Janay, same question.
For me, I play Miss Agatha Trunchbull, the mean headmistress. And it's so amazing to play her. I've always been the type to be like this dominant character, lead the room strong. And with Trunchbull, she's kind of crazy. We have no idea what's going on with her. We just know that she's the head of everything. And it's so fun to play her because not only she's the head, but like I said, she's crazy. She has a little bit of ups and downs, and she fluctuates, and it's fun to play her. I'm a wrestler. I come from that background. To implement that stuff on stage is like a big dream for me. And it's so great to play her and kind of put my own twist into Trunchbull.
Awesome. Good to hear how you guys have been interpreting the characters and how this is going to be affecting your performances very, very soon. Now, as we said, both of you guys are seniors with West Bloomfield High School, which means that this is your final show with the theater department as you both head off to college. Ellena, I'm going to ask this question to you. How has being involved in theater shaped your high school experience overall?
Honestly, it's been the biggest, like I said earlier, the biggest learning experience in high school, really. It has taught me resilience. It's taught me how to build communities, whether that's just building community in theater or building community outside of theater. It's taught me like people skills, learning how to relate to someone, not being so stuck in yourself, so stuck in your own bubble. Because when you're acting, when you're doing theater, you need to be aware of everything around you, aware of everybody around you. So when you take on that and you use it outside of theater and in high school, it teaches you how to be a better friend, a better person, a better student, definitely. It's just made me just so much more aware of what I'm doing in my life and how I want it to not only affect myself but affect others. It's made me realize that, the way I treat people on and off stage, it matters. It matters so much because you leave a lasting effect on people when you speak to them. And you don't want the last time you speak to somebody to be a negative. You always want to make sure you put your best foot forward. You're being the kindest version of yourself that you can be. And doing theater has taught me that that needs to be you all the time. You need to always be positive, whether you're having, the worst day of your life or the best day of your life. You need to share that positivity with everyone around you because it's not all about yourself, because somebody else might be having a bad day, and then when you add on to that, everybody's having a bad day, the department's having a bad day. And especially in theater, when somebody's having a bad day and they make it apparent, the whole vibe of the room changes, and it changes how we feel towards one another. And making sure that we have that community is very important, and we don't want the community to be like sacrifice for like hurt feelings or bad feelings. So making sure that I'm staying positive, not just me, but everybody, has been one of the biggest learning experiences doing theater
I,
in high school and out of high school.
I absolutely love that outlook. That's exactly the outlook you should have. Janay, this next question's for you. You've been with the theater department for a while. What are some of the most valuable lessons you've learned through being a part of a program like this?
Keep your head up. In the acting world, you're not always going to get the role that you want. That's just life. But you just have to keep it moving, because when you have that mindset to keep going, even if you don't get the role that you want, it's going to show your directors, it's going to show your peers that, oh, this person thinks differently. They still enjoy what they got. And that's going to make them say, oh, they deserve another chance. They deserve to get this lead role. And I think that especially is something that applies to me, because I didn't always get the role that I wanted. But when I did get a role, I stepped into it, I embraced it, and that's what made me stand out. And I think that's what a lot of our underclassmen should take with them, because it's hard not getting what you want. But if you wait and you take your time and you show them your skills, you're going to get what you want.
Another great outlook. For those just joining us right now on the Splash Live, we have Janay Bearden and Ellena Guinn from this upcoming production of Matilda at West Bloomfield High School. They are seniors in the theater department, and they're talking about their experience as being a part of this incredible show, and as they are saying goodbye to the theater department as they are seniors and they're heading off to college. Janay, what emotions are you feeling as you approach your final performance with the theater department?
I mean, I feel like the emotions haven't really set in yet. Definitely yesterday, watching the show kind of come together, I definitely had a few tears, especially during Elena's songs, because they're beautiful. But it's just so great to be working with my best friend as the lead and kind of fulfilling this dream that we always had. And I know opening night, closing night, all the shows, I'm going to be crying, but I have to stay character, but I'm going to be crying because it feels so good to end the year with an amazing cast, an amazing musical, and an amazing best friend.
Absolutely, I would imagine so. I got one more question for both of you before we let you go. What advice would you give to younger students who are just starting out in the theater department? Ellena, we'll start with you.
I would say to first listen to your director and listen to the people who are older than you, because first starting out, everything's going to be so new to you. Everything, when you step on that stage, there's going to be like rules, unspoken rules, definitely, that you don't know. So I would say to listen and watch before you act and speak, in a sense. And if you have any questions, ask. Don't wait for somebody to have to come up to you and be like, hey, did you know, blah, 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 blah. No, if you have a dire question or even a small question, ask, and it could ask a peer, ask someone who's older than you, a senior, a junior, a sophomore, someone who has that experience, because not only are you going to get more insight, you are going to learn more about yourself, learn more about the people around you, and that's how you build friends in theater. You ask questions, then it's, oh, I have another question. Do you want to go to the arcade one day after, or do you want to go to the arcade after rehearsal or after the cast list comes out? There's just little things that you can do to build a community. And I would also say to just live in the moment. Like, there's going to be times where you are going to be stressed, you're going to cry, and there's going to be times where you're going to be happy and you're going to love everything around you. But you need to make sure that you're feeling all of those emotions. Sorry, you're going to make sure you're feeling all of those emotions, and you just need to live through it. Like, don't hold anything back. Just be yourself and love the people around you.
Absolutely. Janay, 30 seconds, same question. What advice would you give to younger students?
Get involved. This is not just a theater thing, just a whole high school life thing. Get involved. Get in clubs. Make sure you're known. Make new friends. This will make your high school experience so much better and so much more fun, especially with theater when you get involved. You get to be behind the scenes, on the stage. It's so much fun when you just put yourself out there.
Awesome. And big congratulations to both of you on your roles. Break a Leg with Matilda. Ellena, Janay, thank you so much for joining us this morning here on the Splash Live.
Yep. Thank you.